So how would we know that we are deficient in essential fatty acids? Some of the clinical signs of fatty acid deficiency are low energy, decreased vision, decreased hearing, brain fog, a dry, scaly rash, decreased energy in infants and in children, increased susceptibility to infection, and poor wound healing. These are just some of the clinical signs that you can tell that you're not digesting it. And we'll talk about some of the reasons why. Now, most importantly is the uptake of the essential fatty acids through proper digestion. I can tell just from a single drop of blood through the dark field blood microscopy that I do here in my office out of this little camera and throw it up on the screen there, by the shape and the size of the red blood cells and the activity of the white blood cells if you're digesting your fatty acids. The way essential fatty acids are absorbed is that they must be digested in the small intestine by pancreatic enzymes and bile from the liver. The liver constantly secretes bile and then concentrates it and stores it in the gallbladder. So it's like 20 times stronger bile that you get from the gallbladder as compared to people who've had their gallbladder removed and they're just getting bile from the liver. But without good production of bile, the essential fatty acids cannot be digested, and then you'll end up with a deficiency. And then the function of the cells get diminished. All the intestinal cell lining, the pancreas, all those organs are diminished by a deficiency of essential fatty acids. So understand that anything that you eat that you do not digest, it'll cause an allergic reaction. And the major allergic reaction that happens when you put something in your body and your body doesn't recognize it, it creates mucus from the nose to the rectum. It's a protective mechanism. Most poisons are undigested, are proteins, and unrecognized proteins by the body will immediately try to defend itself. Now this will create a lining on the intestine where the essential fatty acids should be digested, and it'll eventually build up into a mucoid plaque. And that plaque will really cause a lot of problems, and it has to be removed. Not too many people have ever done a liver gallbladder flush. And as the years progress, this plaque just builds up, builds up, builds up. It forms like a black rubbery substance over across the lining of the intestine, and it can be seen quite easily when people get colonics. You can actually see the mucoid plaque coming out. You know, just like if you clean things in a sink so that you can reuse them again, you have to clean the sink out every once in a while. And you really need to clean your intestinal tract at least every change of the season, if not more. I usually recommend that people do some type of either enzyme preparations, food preparations, colonics, all kinds of intestinal cleansing herbs to clean that, keep cleaning that your place where you absorb the essential fatty acids. This is the most important thing. Dr. Bernard Jensen said, stomach is mother to all systems of the body. That means digestion. It feeds the immune system. It feeds the hormonal system, feeds the repair system, feeds the energy systems. Everything has to be taken in, digested, assimilated, deposited to the different areas that it needs to be, and then eliminated properly. And this is all covered in my book, The Digestible Digest. If you want to go to my website, www.healthguardians.com, and go under books, and you can download the ebook called The Digestible Digest. It is the most important book you'll ever read about health. At least one of the most important books you'll read about health. Remember this, look, every time you eat, 3 times a day, if you're gulping your food down, you're not digesting it, especially if you're getting gas and bloating, swelling. You're not digesting your food. So you're doing this mucoid buildup over the years, and it really, really gets in the way of assimilation of essential nutrients. If you've had your gallbladder removed, I always recommend people take digestive enzymes with bile salts in them. So just pouring good food with essential fatty acids into a clogged system is not going to do it. You're going to have to do it. Your intestinal tract must be cleansed periodically. Why? Take a look around you. Toxic pollution. Pollution is somebody else's profit. Pollution is somebody else's profit. That's a little song I wrote years and years ago. So if you take a look at the gigantic increase in toxic environmental pollutants over the last 50 years, you can't escape it. There's hundreds of tons of toxins are dumped into the air, toxins in the chemical contaminants found in the water, even prescription drugs in the water, pesticides on our foods and on the lawns, artificial hormones, antibiotics to animal foods, GMOs in the foods grown and produced with that tainted water, things like pastas and breads and soups and canned foods. They're all made with that water that's been polluted. The household ingredients that a lot of people use for cleansing are inhaled, and they wash their clothes, and then the garments put strange chemicals into their system. The amount of BHPs that are found in all foods are found in everything, including now mother's milk. So what's the solution? Well, we have natural filters that protect us from these assaults. The skin, the mucosal linings of the digestive tract, where 85% of your immune system is, eye fluid, nasal hairs, nasal and throat mucus to catch contaminants as they come in, enzymes produced in the stomach, the liver, large and small intestine, and these things must be periodically cleansed, just like your filters in your car or your vacuum cleaner needs to have the bag changed in it. So one more time, I would always recommend that you do at least 4 times a year some type of a cleanse. The gallbladder flush, a colonic, periodic fasting, dry brushing, foot baths, far infrared saunas, steam saunas, sweat lodges, interval training. Remember, pollution is somebody else's profit. Cleanses are in order. You must clean your body out so that it can function and protect you against all this nonsense that's going on around us. So you guys be well. I can always be reached at www.healthguardians.com, and you can go there at my website and check out my books, and there's a telephone number there also. You can call me at 310-376-2067. Give me a call if I can help. That's what I'm here for.